There is a powerful truth hidden inside human behavior, something that quietly shapes the way we think, act, and grow in life. It is the relationship between ego and knowledge. As Albert Einstein once wisely said, "More the knowledge, lesser the ego. Lesser the knowledge, more the ego." This simple sentence carries a deep psychological reality that most people fail to understand. It explains why some individuals grow endlessly in life, while others remain stuck in their own limited perception of reality. To truly understand this concept, we must first understand what ego really is. Ego is not confidence. Many people confuse the two, but they are completely different. Confidence is rooted in self-awareness, growth, and understanding. Ego, on the other hand, is rooted in ignorance, insecurity, and the need to prove oneself superior. Ego is the voice inside a person that says, "I already know enough," and that is where growth stops.
Knowledge, however, is the opposite force. True knowledge does not make a person arrogant, it makes them humble. The more a person learns about the world, the more they realize how little they actually know. This realization does not weaken them, it expands them. It opens their mind to new ideas, new perspectives, and new possibilities. A knowledgeable person does not feel the need to dominate every conversation. Instead, they listen more than they speak because they understand that every human being has something valuable to offer. The dangerous thing about ego is that it creates a false sense of completion. When a person believes they already know everything, they stop learning. And the moment learning stops, life also stops. Life then becomes repetitive, stagnant, and limited. Such a person may argue more, react more, and defend their opinions aggressively, but deep inside, they are disconnected from real progress. On the other hand, a person with knowledge approaches life differently. They are curious instead of defensive. They ask questions instead of making assumptions. They are open to correction instead of being offended by it. This openness is what allows them to evolve continuously. They understand that being wrong is not a weakness, it is an opportunity to grow.
One of the biggest illusions in life is the idea that being right is more important than being better. Ego pushes people to protect their image, even if it means rejecting truth. Knowledge pushes people to accept truth, even if it challenges their image. And this is where the real difference is created between people who grow and people who remain stuck. If you observe closely, you will notice that ego often increases when knowledge is shallow. A person who has limited understanding tends to overestimate their intelligence. They form strong opinions based on incomplete information and defend them aggressively. But as a person gains deeper knowledge, their certainty slowly turns into curiosity. They begin to realize that every answer opens the door to more questions. This is why truly intelligent people often appear humble. It is not because they lack confidence, but because they are aware of the vastness of what they do not know. They understand that knowledge is infinite, and no single human mind can capture it completely. This awareness keeps them grounded and open-minded. Ego also creates distance between people. It makes communication difficult because it replaces understanding with judgment. When ego is in control, every conversation becomes a competition. Instead of listening to understand, people listen to respond. Instead of learning from each other, they try to win against each other. And in this process, real connection is lost. Knowledge does the opposite. It builds bridges instead of walls. It allows people to connect through ideas, not through superiority. A knowledgeable person does not feel threatened by someone else's success or opinion. Instead, they see it as an opportunity to learn something new. This mindset makes relationships healthier, conversations deeper, and life more meaningful. The struggle between ego and knowledge is not something that happens outside of you. It happens inside you every single day. Every time you are corrected, every time someone disagrees with you, every time you are challenged, a choice appears in your mind. You can either choose ego and defend your position blindly, or you can choose knowledge and ask yourself, what can I learn from this?
Growth begins the moment you choose learning over pride. It is important to understand that ego never disappears completely. It is part of human nature. The goal is not to eliminate it, but to control it. A balanced mind is one that allows knowledge to lead and ego to stay silent. When ego becomes the driver of your thoughts, it takes you away from reality. But when knowledge becomes the driver, it takes you closer to truth. In life, the people who succeed long-term are not always the ones who know the most at the beginning, but the ones who are willing to keep learning the longest. They understand that every expert was once a beginner, and every master was once a student. This awareness keeps them humble in success and strong in failure. So the real question is not how much you know, but how willing you are to learn more. Because the moment you believe you know enough, you stop growing. And in a world that is constantly evolving, stopping means falling behind.
At the end, this is the deepest truth behind Einstein's words. Knowledge expands your mind, and expansion leaves no room for ego. But ignorance shrinks your vision, and in that small space, ego becomes everything. So if you truly want to change your life, do not just seek more information, seek more understanding. Learn to listen more than you speak. Learn to question your own beliefs, and most importantly, learn to stay humble in your knowledge. Because in the battle between ego and knowledge, only one can lead you forward, and that is knowledge.